yeah. I'm in the whip with authority, looking like Sky Bree, she got a body, ayy.
Guys and welcome back to our YouTube channel और आपने जैसे लोकेशन देखा ही रहेगा सो वी आर हियर एट दानोरी इंटरनेशनल सर्किट एंड अगर आपने YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया रहेगा तो ज़रूर करें और अपने घंटा बेल आइकन नहीं दबाया रहेगा तो बेल आइकन भी दबा देना टू गेट द लेटेस्ट अपडेट्स ऑफ आवर यूट्यूब चैनल। एंड जैसे लोकेशन देखा है आपने, जैसे मैंने बोला है दानोरी इंटरनेशनल सर्किट पे हम लोग आए हैं आज to review one of the most underrated bikes of the Indian market, that is the Hero Xpulse Pro Edition. And EICMA में जैसे 210cc का Hero Xpulse launch हुआ है, but is it a good upgrade from the 200 to a 210? Let's find out in this video. I will take you through the pros and the cons of the Xpulse Pro, and also आगे जाके जैसे ही Xpulse 210 launch होती है, we will also do a comparison video of both the bikes. So as you might have seen on the internet about the Kawasaki KLX 230, and also right now the KTM has also got its motocross bikes, that is the 390 SMRC, which is a rally bike and also it's an adventure tourer as well. But if you go to see, Hero was the first manufacturer, Indian manufacturer, to get a motocross bike in India. Not with the Xpulse, but if you remember, it was the Impulse 150 which had taken the market by storm.
Presenting India's first trans-roader, on-road, off-road bike, Impulse.
And after that, after a lot of research and development, they came up with the Xpulse 200. And after a year, they launched the rally edition that is known as the Xpulse Pro, with a better height and a better reliability, with more of compression and much more travel suspension as well. So this was one of the major reasons why the Indian market was there, and the Indian market and the Indian consumers actually were getting the Xpulse Rally and not the normal Xpulse, because of the road conditions that you've seen in Maharashtra already, that the road conditions are not as great as there are in the other countries. But even though people are still riding the bikes on the normal roads, but I would prefer to ride this actually on a very nice off-roading patch which you will find all over Maharashtra. As a matter of fact, if you come from Wagholi to Pune, or if you go from Pune to Ambegaon as well, you will find in that patches as well. And the best thing is you can saddle your way around those potholes like a pro. That is why the Xpulse Pro. About the spec sheet, so we will first come to the engine part. The engine is a 199.6cc oil-cooled 4-stroke 4-valve engine, and it is FI, that is fuel injector, and it comes with 19.6 PS of power at 8,500 RPM and 17.4 Newton meters of torque at 6,500 RPM. So it is a pretty good power with a nice amount of torque, and a 200cc bike that is provided by Hero out here. So by the name of it, Xpulse Pro, why is it better than the normal Xpulse? Of course, because of the adjustable suspension it gets. And if you're talking about the adjustable suspension, it comes with a 240 of ground clearance with a 855 of seat height, which is good for saddling and any kind of trails that is there. And by trails, you can see that even the power is as equal to the seat height, which will be an amazing factor when you are buying a rally edition bike or a bike which you can take out for trails as well. Now that we've spoken about the seat height and the ground clearance, we will come to the main section, that is the tires, because of course without the tire the bike won't roll. So we will go to the tires, which the front tire is of 21 inches, the rear one comes with an 18 inches. The front tire has a section of 90/90 and the rear one is of 120/80. So that makes a very good, and it has, of course, it has a very good grip. It comes with a Seat tires stock. You can of course go with a Apollo Trampler as well if you want to upgrade, but I would say that the Seat tire does a very good job off-road and on-road. Even for touring purpose, even for the trails, it is a perfect mix of both. So I would rather stick to a Seat tire than upgrade it to any other tires. I would also like to make up a point that these comes with spoked rims and not the cast wheels which you get in the normal ADV or the street bikes for better strength. These are much better for off-roading or for trails, because if you go at a height and come back down, these will have better strength in getting your reposition back to where it is, and it won't bend your rims as well. And also one more thing, that these are tube tires and not tubeless ones. So now that I've spoken about the wheels, the closest thing to the wheels comes are the disc. Of course, you need to stop at a decent time. When the time frame is very less, you need a proper punch in the brakes. So it comes with a Nissan caliper, and the disc size is 276 at the front, and at the rear are 220 mm. So, and also you can upgrade the disc pads to a sintered ones, which comes from Brembo, which are much better and which has a much more punch in the braking as well. So we're talking about the pros out here. So one more pro that I like, or the one more good thing that I like about the Pro edition or the Pro bike is, or are the foot pegs that come with better grip, and it is a off-road spec foot pegs, which you can remove this. Once you place them back on, you can do your normal city touring or highway touring. You remove it and you can do the trails, and it has a better grip also. Yes, it comes with a foldable one, so once you've fallen down, this will fold up and it won't break your foot peg, or you'll have to go back home without a foot peg if that happens in a crash. So so this bike comes with a 13-liter fuel tank. Very nice, and it has a mileage of 51 kilometers per liter. I don't think that is actually true, but that's what it states on their website, which I am not sure about because we have not tested it yet. But once we've tested it out, we will also put that up in the description, because the person who owns this bike has just recently purchased it, so we are not sure the exact fuel, the mileage that this bike gives. But I would say that 51 kilometers per liter, even the Passion does not give that much. I think it does, I'm not sure. And the worst thing, or I don't know, I just don't like the back part of it. It just makes it ugly from the rear, but it's an amazing bike from the front till I would say till here, not after that, because I would remove that the first time I get the bike. But it's fine. I mean, at least it saves you from the mud that is going to be spilled from the trails that you're going to go on. If you go on trails, that is one thing. I would also change the exhaust, because this exhaust looks a little bit bulky for me, and it would obviously reduce the weight if I remove it. And in that case, I would put a much slimmer version of the exhaust to make it much more lighter and much more tweakier and trendy one as well. Not the Akhri pouch or the Nana pouch which you get in the market, but a better quality exhaust as well. So these are all the good things and the bad things of the Xpulse that I like and I dislike as well. But I'm still waiting for the 210 version of it, because I want to see what difference does it make to just upgrade from a 200 to a 210. I wouldn't say that it would make a huge difference, but if you have ridden the XMR 210, then it gets the same engine in the 210 as well, with a much better performance. But I would still rather go with a Pro version. See, for me, if you're going to upgrade to a bike, you would obviously do the research before it, and also you would let the bike settle in the market before you go and purchase it. But the 210 has not yet arrived, and it is going to take a lot of time for it to settle. So I would rather go for Xpulse 200 than a 210, but that the time will only say, and then let time decide. So this is it from my side, and you can always subscribe to our channel. Not always, you have to subscribe to our channel, because you won't get such content anywhere else on the market. So that's it from my side. Bye bye, take care.
That Molly, yeah, Abu Dhabi, with a bad bitch look like Scotty, ooh, right beside me, in the Phantom off that Molly, yeah, Abu Dhabi, with a bad bitch look like Scotty, ooh, right beside me, in the Phantom off that Molly, yeah.